What up, y'all? Welcome to the Gunslinger Gaming Frosty Pints podcast. I'm Gobi, and with me tonight is DrNiggle, Masami, and the Leadness. How are y'all doing tonight?
Tired.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Wonderful. Hey, yeah, we're all here talking about warm pussy. Because
It's
what else?
exactly what it sounds like.
I prefer
Exactly.
to refer to it as burrito cat.
A burrito cat. No, as you guys may know, Omega usually joins us, but unfortunately tonight he is kind of busy doing something rather important.
Hotshot TV producer in New York thinks he's so cool. I used to be in pictures.
Back when they were cool pictures.
When did I get drunk?
I'm not sure, but the Irish really came out there.
I'm the Foster Brooks of gunslingers.
I used to be a good old picture man.
That's
Now,
not a
unfortunately,
half bad accent.
So anyway, Omega is actually producing a Fortnite. So it is basically a television show, but it's on twitch.tv/Microsoft Store, and it's also on mixer.com/Microsoft Store. So it is a Microsoft produced Twitch event where there are a whole bunch of people playing competitive Fortnite, and there is professional commentary going on. And we've all got, or Eliteness and I have it up, and we are watching it currently. It's nice. Of course, it doesn't really matter that we're watching it live, because by the time anybody listens to this, it'll be long over. But hey, the thought's there, right?
There's always a hope of VOD, so.
well,
Well,
yeah,
This is
you,
true. Yes, it'll definitely be saved. So you can go to,
Yes.
again, twitch.tv/Microsoft Store or mixer.com/Microsoft Store and watch them if you like Fortnite, or even if you don't.
Or even if you just
Yeah.
want to hear Omega's velvety tones.
I don't
Wow.
think he speaks,
Masterful
actually.
work.
I think he's behind the scenes.
but you can see all his lovely cutting and wonderful mastery of the screen.
Yeah, it's basically him in the control booth jacking off furiously.
No, camera 3. No, camera 5. Switch. Camera 4.
Kobe, you've got more energy tonight than I think you've ever had on a podcast.
I think that's the whiskey talking.
I may or may not have just slammed an entire glass of Johnny Walker Black, because that is how amazing this Monday has been.
Yep,
Yeah.
as I suspected.
Just epically amazing. So in one of our other discords that DrNiggle and I frequent, Murder Rangers represent. Silas was talking about Mass Effect Andromeda and finally getting to play it. And Niggle says he really wants to play it, but he needs a mod that swaps the character models for more attractive people. So if there are any Mass Effect modders out there, can you please do a Beverly 90210 Mass Effect mod so DrNiggle has something to play?
For fuck's sake, man. I mean, yeah, the first 3 games, it was really not that difficult for you to walk someplace and find someone who just had facial symmetry, had, some nice cheekbones, strong cheekbones, maybe just some long hair, really nice, attractive looking people.
Or tentacles.
Mass Effect, or tentacles. Loved the tentacles. Was really big into the Asari. So, literally.
You know who watches hentai?
Oh God,
That was literal
fucking
and
Liara.
figurative.
Yes.
So, my theory...
Phoebe, not so much.
I don't know if I ever actually got... Because we've spoken about Andromeda on this podcast before. I don't know if I shared my theory, which is that they packed up all the ugly people from our galaxy and they shipped them over to Andromeda. They basically exported the worst that we had to offer. So everybody who remains in the Milky Way is just... It's like
Beautiful people.
Yes, like California, everywhere. Except there are no Mexicans for some reason, because the Mass Effect games are racist.
No, they really are. There's black people, there's white people, there's aliens.
Name one
But
character
where
from the
are the
original...
fucking Mexicans?
Name one person who is in Mass Effect 1,
I
2, or
can't.
3 who is a Mexican.
I can't do it.
This is the
I
same
can
problem
tell you
that I
the
have with
frog
Star
guy
Trek.
was.
I have the
So
same
it's
problem with Star
basically-
Trek. Why aren't there any space Mexicans in Star Trek?
It's basically Australia.
Racist.
Basically, it's true.
Wow.
That's
There's
right.
an entire continent that just hates you now, like overnight. Like that's probably worse than
It's
calling an
okay.
Australian a New Zealander.
That Australia would have to listen first to be
It's
offended.
okay. I'm South African. They hate me already inherently.
Shout out to Manglash, by the way, our New Zealand friend. He would be really happy that we're bashing Australia.
Yeah, exactly. You see,
Fucking
that's why
apple
we-
pickers!
That's why we
Fucking
get
apple
along with
pickers.
New Zealanders too.
Oh,
Anyway,
We
so
share a common hatred.
Leetness is coming over there. He's gonna come all over in Mass Effect 5 too.
literally.
Uh-huh.
Not that he'll probably ever play it.
I will for like an hour.
That's some stamina right there.
Right?
He'll get past the tutorial that has the impossible to die phase thing going on, and then he'll die in real game. He'll be like, okay, I'll get back to this.
I'll come back. I'll come back to this.
You have met a challenge. This is going to take a few more than like 30 minutes. Okay, I'll do it another day.
We're gonna go
Well-
play Diablo 3 for 4 hours.
Because it's
Yeah.
low maintenance.
It's okay. We know that Diablo runs in your blood. It's okay. I mean, we know
Yeah.
you bash on Immortal, but you will play it on day one.
Mhm.
Just
Fuck
It's
that.
already
Can.
out. Isn't it already out?
No, if it is, it's only in China. I don't ever see it on my phone.
What the fuck? I bought a phone specifically so that I could play Diablo Immortal. I had never owned a phone before now. Because I felt so embarrassed when that guy asked us if we had phones, and I had to say no.
On the bright side, the new Call of Duty mobile is not horrible, which we'll say is a compliment.
What? How do you play
Oh.
Call of Duty on mobile? Is it the same thing as like PUBG Mobile, where you just like pray?
It's it's literally they taken like the Nuketown map from Black Ops, and basically they took a lot of the maps from the older games like Black Ops and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and made them so you can play the game on mobile. I mean, it's not great. I mean, the graphics are pretty good for a mobile game. Like, I'll give it credit. It's got decent graphics. You can use a controller. The controls are pretty solid. It feels like Call of Duty, even though you're playing on a fucking phone. It does have zombie mode for all you zombie fans out there, which is probably the best part of the game. On Android, or whatever. You can do practice matches. Leetness, I'm getting that echo.
That's Masami this
Oh.
time.
I
Oh,
fixed it. Y'all don't have to hate me now.
we don't hate you.
That's good.
Maybe pick on you a little bit, but yeah. Other than that, I mean, and then there's the Gears Pop mobile that came out too, which I don't know. That's nah. But yeah,
We got a Codmo role in GS now, don't we? Call of Duty Modern Warfare role.
yes.
Yay!
I only made one because the game works across all platforms, and you pretty much need to have an Activation ID to play it anyway with other people, unless you're on the same system. Like if Leetness picked it up on BattleNet, I could play with him through BattleNet friends. But like Black Ops 96 just picked up an Xbox One to play some Gears of War, which awesome. Thanks. I will look forward to that, buddy.
Masami, fix
But
the
if you
goddamn
picked it up-
echo. It's still there.
You're echoing.
But if he was to pick up Modern
now I'm
Warfare on
confused.
Xbox, he would have
Oh, I
to
know.
put in my Activision ID in order to play with me. So it's like Uplay and Steam or Origin. Like it's now you just have to have an Activision account to play Call of Duty. It's not a
Nice.
bad thing. It is cool that you can play it cross platform. I don't have a lot of hours into it because a 20 gigabyte patch for I'm not even sure what fucking apparent reason, but yeah, that's the patch size on PC is the last one was 20 some gigabytes.
Jeez.
That's not
well,
excessive.
the
How do you
game
save?
comes in at like 100 and some gigs straight out the bat. Like, I know for years I was bitching about Gears of War 4 being 134 gigabytes. At launch, the game was 50 gigabytes.
Oh, wow.
Nowadays, games are fucking launching at 100 megabytes or 100 gigabytes and going up. Like, Destiny 2 on PC is 104 gigabytes. Like, yeah, that's
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I've installed several games this week, and every single one was over 70 gigs.
yeah,
They
it's,
don't make
it's
small
fucking
games
crazy.
anymore.
What's Breakpoint?
No, which sucks.
Isn't Breakpoint like 40 to 50
54.
gigs? 54 gigs?
54, 55. I only know this because I've copied it from my main rig to my laptop about 4 different times now. I think the Division is 56 gigs, or I'm sorry, the Division 2 is 56 gigs. So yeah, about there, about 50 gigs.
Hey, Warframe, 35.2 gigs.
And then when
Yes,
you optimize it expands to 287,000 gigs.
Yeah.
You cannot move that game. You have to reinstall it no matter what you do. There is no backing it up. It is as bad as a Windows 10 store game.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I launch it through
The
Steam.
installer.
Oh, no, actually. No, here's the thing. I launch Warframe through Steam. So whenever I move my Steam installer or anything, I have a drive that's just for my Steam games, and I point Steam to that folder, and everything works.
Yeah,
including Warframe, because I had to wipe my computer earlier this year.
I can see Warframe in my Steam
that
library.
did not work for me. I tried that. I also tried using a Steam backup. That did not work because it was a Warframe. So I just re-downloaded all 35 gigabytes of it for fucking fun.
Are you sure that this isn't the result of something that you did to anger God?
Dude, I piss off God on a daily basis. I mean,
well, I mean, there you
the
go.
devil's your father. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Oh.
But yeah, it does act like a 200 gig game when you do the thingy-majiggy that it requests you do. That's like an overnight process.
I like.
The optimized download cache.
Yes.
Yes. It
like
took me 24 hours to download the game and optimize the download cache.
What were you saying?
Gobi's internet is also about as fast as a Yeti.
Yes, it is.
Hey, I think a Yeti might be faster. All right, I'm just saying. I mean, it's definitely prettier.
Okay, so yeah, DE headquarters are in Montreal or something like that. So if a Yeti got a physical copy of the game on DVD and started walking to Gobi's house, the Yeti would probably get to Gobi before he was done downloading. If the Yeti started off the same time Gobi started downloading. So there you go.
The Yeti could be here. I could have it installed off the DVD. We could have shotgunned a beer, and he could have been halfway back to fucking Montreal, and I still wouldn't have the game downloaded. And that's not including optimizing the download cache.
Man,
whatever the fuck that is.
You give a Yeti a beer, and he's not leaving. I made that mistake once.
That sounds like a story that would take way too long to tell.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll shut the fuck up. What?
So Shamu 3 is out.
Shamu 3 is. I was gonna say Omega's Twitch.
He's at it.
Omega's Twitch stream is looking pretty good right now, though.
Yeah. What's he playing? Diablo 3?
He's no. I think this is Fortnite.
It is Fortnite.
Oh.
Not entirely. So I've never played Fortnite before.
I will be honest that I have not played Fortnite either, but I have watched my husband play it briefly, and then every once in a while, Brendan Urie plays games on Twitch for charity purposes, and sometimes he's playing Fortnite. Well, that man's got a voice of gold, so.
Jeez. The amount of emotes they have in that game.
You know, the only
reason.
Oh, wait, go ahead, Lee.
No, I was saying the amount of emotes that they've got in this game. I just saw this kid that's on the stream go through his emotes list. Yeah, it's like 5 billion freaking emotes that he has to choose from.
That's how you tell the pros from the casuals.
Hey, there's
my son has like 100 of them. I have the default ones, and apparently, to kids, a default skin is a bad thing because
Good.
you don't have the pretties or the
Yeah,
glitter.
you're not original and cool.
Well,
Yeah, even though you go into a fucking server with a new skin and there's like 800 fucking people on the server with the same fucking skin, you're original.
To be a nonconformist, you have to dress exactly like we dress and listen to the same music we do.
special, just like everyone else.
Fortnite is one of those very special games. I have a love-hate relationship with it. And
when
Omega comes back, we have this whole segment planned about Fortnite and kids, and yeah, it'll be fun and interesting, and all you gaming parents might learn a thing or two, or laugh at us hysterically. Either way, it should be a really good thing.
Oh, is that the thing where I get to relentlessly mock Fortnite University and nobody's going to interrupt me the whole time?
By all means, we were taught we were going to talk more about gaming and young kids and all that fun stuff. But you're all welcome to rant about Fortnite U and how much of a joke and shit show it is. By all means, I mean.
And for reference here, the only reason that I have the Epic launcher in the first place was because Gobi and I
Fortnite.
and GT and
Necro
and there's someone else. We all got in on the Fortnite open beta or the closed beta like years ago, back when the game was 7 days large, and you had to have the Epic launcher to play the Fortnite bit, and we weren't doing like the Battle Royale crap. The Battle Royale is just like an add-on game mode. The original Fortnite was running around building shit in the open world survival, and it was very different and kind of fun. Slightly.
I will say, if you're gonna do Fortnite, pick up a copy of Save the World, which is the mode that Niggle's talking about. It is kind of like an open world. You basically go on the same map as the Battle Royale map, just in smaller sections, and it's a tower defense mode and a horde mode and like a third person building shooter all wrapped up in one. And the enemies are pretty varied. They get harder as you go up. The building is actually really good, and that's what makes the so much fun with the zombies and shit. Because you got to protect this little guy in a van. Favorite part, Lars, I believe is his name, and he has a flying van. Who doesn't want a flying van in a kids game?
Lars
Insert
Ulrich von Lichtenstein.
with a name like Lars. I mean, can we say predator, sex offender? I mean, does that not scream anything like that to you people?
It's the windowless panel van that sort of gives it away. The windowless panel van with free candy written on the side in spray paint.
Yes. And you can't forget the hot air balloon. I mean, what kid does not want to ride in a hot air balloon?
I mean,
well, most of them.
Basically, every single child I know is just dying to ride in a hot air balloon.
Now, if that hot air balloon was strapped to a fucking bus, there would be a line of people trying to get on that. And in fact, that is your $1 billion idea there, Eliteness. There you go. You start up a company, you strap a fucking hot air balloon on a bus, and you give rides. Just don't name it the Battle Bus because Epic will sue you.
No, name it the Hindenburg.
I was thinking the butt bus.
That's an explosive name.
The Kindenberg.
Oh, Masami bringing the dad buns.
What did she say? I missed it. God damn it.
She said it was an explosive name.
I like
getting a roll.
The
reversed here. I'm the dad here. I'm supposed to have the dad puns, not the mom over there. All right.
How dare you get hung up on gender?
I mean, you are the mom. You're the responsible one of the group. You're supposed to be keeping us in order.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh.
You gotta let the cats run before you have hope of hurting them, and then you make sure you got treats to bring them to home.
Leetness, why did you put your cat in the oven?
Hey. What kind of treats do we get?
I don't know. Maybe I'm shipping you those cinnamon rolls.
Ooh. All right. I mean, if they're that good, though, I might warn you. I might have to come for dinner next week? I mean, you're only, 3 hours away?
I think you're like a state and a half.
Yeah, I can make it in 6.
He does know a Yeti.
I do know a Yeti.
Get the Yeti to carry you.
And then hey, is it drunk riding if the Yeti is sober?
No,
My God.
there's no law. First of all, I don't even think that there's a law about operating a bicycle while you're shit-faced. And if there is, I don't want to know about it. But there's nothing wrong with you being hammered, being carried by a Yeti. And I'm pretty sure that you could fuel the Yeti with alcohol while you were on his back, and that would still be legal.
Now, but see, my question is the open intox law, not the drinking law.
You think a cop is going to pull over a fucking Yeti?
Yes. I mean, it is South Dakota, for God's sakes. I mean...
I'm thinking that the cop's just going to take one look at the Yeti and be like, yep, he looks like he knows what he's doing.
Honestly, I think it's Minnesota because the Yeti will be going too fast for their stupid speed limits. Shit, have you ever driven across that state? It's 70.
Yes.
They cry her way across.
Oh my God, not 70? What do you do when you hit fucking Wisconsin and it's only 55?
Good Christ.
Hey, at least in South Dakota, we let you go 80 miles per hour, so you have to fill up more often and only think you're getting across the state in half the time.
Welcome to the Senior Citizen Gunslingers podcast. We're discussing speed limits and where you can fill your car up if you're driving across state. Next, we're going to be discussing the weather. It's been snowy here in Massachusetts.
So how about that snow when, spending 10 hours getting out from underneath it?
It's not great. I would much prefer to watch the Weather Channel and look at other places of the country that are even colder, so I can say, glad I'm not there.
I want the snow. Bring it over here. Just pack it up on your fucking Yeti, bring it over here and give it to Wisconsin. Because I need some snow for fucking snowboarding. This whole going a year without fucking snowboarding, it just is not going to do it for me. I can't do it again.
You don't need snow to snowboard.
You're right. I don't, but it is much safer for me and you guys if I have snow.
Why is it safer for us?
That was my thought too.
I mean, because we just had a storm that went through a couple days ago. I'm sure it's headed your direction. Maybe it'll blow up when it hits the lake.
Sweet. Well, it better blow up when it hits the Mississippi, because if it blows up when it hits the lake, well, then fucking DrNiggle's getting all the snow, and I'm shit out of luck again.
Oh, lake effect snow.
Ah, yes.
Next up,
Metamucil. Speaking of weather, I mean, we could go to outer space. They don't have shit for weather out there.
I prefer drinking Fanta. It keeps me regular.
Your geriatric is showing.
This podcast brought to you by Metamucil.
Metamucil, for when you have to go, like, right now.
Rolade spell relief.
Do they make... Wait, is there... Because I know...
And for all you that can't make it to the restroom after you take your Metamucil, there's Depends.
Oh,
for men and women.
I want a Depends sponsorship. Holy fuck. I wouldn't have to get up from the computer anymore. I could game for like 12 hours straight.
Oh, see, they're so missing their target audience, aren't they? They really should.
Yeah.
The millennial diaper.
No, you know what we need? Okay. All right. First of all, the millennial diaper would sell. Second, it's been a while since we've heard about... NASA is responsible for inventing some of the basic necessities that we use every single day, like running shoes, for fuck's sake.
Beds.
Stuff. Just there's tons of stuff that NASA invented that we use every day, and we totally take it for granted. There are lists on the internet. You can go and look it up. What we need now is for NASA to share the technology for their space toilets, because they've got the suction. So you just hook one of those things up to your junk. This is going to be exclusively for men, because as we all know, there are no women who game. So you hook this stuff up to your junk, and then you don't have to get up.
Liver?
But I basically don't even know who you are.
So you just disbelieved my gender?
Oh God. We are a gender fluid podcast tonight.
It's
Apparently.
True. When we were creating, all right, some slight spoilers. There may or may not be a D&D series coming up, which may or may not be attached to Gunslingers. When we were creating our D&D characters, I asked if I could identify as an attack helicopter, and I got a resounding no as the answer.
Mostly because we're playing in a time before helicopters.
But if you had asked to, identify as a mace, they probably would have said yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I get that.
I would have accepted attack boomerang too.
I mean, yeah.
Boomerang.
It's an assault boomerang.
It's the same thing as a helicopter.
Yes, except it would actually be possible to be around in that state.
Oh.
Did they really have boomerangs back then? I mean, those things were invented in Australia, weren't they, in like the 1900s?
Boomerangs? They were invented in Australia in like 4000 BC.
I'm sure they stole that technology from someone.
Stole it from the Aboriginal horde, damn it.
No, it was the Aborigines who invented it, so they must have stolen it from the Chinese.
Exactly. Chinese.
Speaking
of that, funny story. If you want to get internet or a new cell phone number and you happen to be Chinese or live in China, you now have to have your face photographed.
Yeah, that's right. They do facial recognition scanning because this is part of China's ongoing campaign to ensure that everyone on the internet uses their real life identity. China does not like the idea of anonymity on the internet, so this is
also don't like Pooh Bear.
They also do not like Winnie the Pooh. Because we have brought up Winnie the Pooh, this podcast has now been banned in China.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just
damn it.
Out on
I'm sorry, all you Chinese gunslingers, that you're never gonna be able to hear this. Penis.
Vagina.
Testes.
So,
yeah.
Shenmue 3. No, we haven't gone over
back
Shenmue
to gaming.
3 yet. Yeah, we're not at Kerbal yet.
About genitals.
By genitals, I mean Shenmue.
That's right, Shenmue. If anyone is familiar out there with the legend of Shenmue, you may know that it was possibly one of the most expensive games, the original Shenmue, back in, 90s? I had this.
And then you lost it.
There we go. 1999 and 2001.
I was going to say 20 years ago would be 99.
Exactly, yes. So, okay, back in
Gonna party like it's 1999.
Back in 1999, the estimated production and marketing cost of Shenmue was between $47 and $70 million. Which was, the most expensive video game production and marketing at the time. And it may still be. So that's what got it an awful lot of attention. The other thing that got a lot of attention was that it was a complete fucking failure. Shenmue 2 were both huge flops. They made nowhere near that amount of money back. And it was looking bad. But these games did amass an enormous cult following. So if anyone out there is familiar with movies like The Room, say, or Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I don't put those two on the same level. Rocky Horror, obviously, way better. Mm-hmm. But they have huge cult followings, and the cult followings have extended way beyond those movies. It's the same thing with this game. So the gentleman, Yu Suzuki, who came up with this whole game about this guy and his adventure through Japan and China, started a Kickstarter this year, and said that he wanted about $2 million for production of Shenmue 3. 69,320 people, which is just 100 people away from one of the most awesome numbers in the world, donated $6.3 million to get Shenmue 3 made. So Shenmue 3 came out on November 19th on Windows and PS4 and Xbox and mobile and Dreamcast, just across the board. And that cult following got Shenmue 3 made. So even if you don't know Shenmue, if you look into this and it doesn't seem like your type of game, maybe go to YouTube and have yourself a blast, because it's kind of hilarious. It's not supposed to be hilarious, but it really is.
It kind of reminds me of that other beat 'em up game. I can't think of the fucking one now.
Tekken?
No.
Mortal Kombat?
No, you were playing Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs. Yeah. That was.
Yeah, they are. Sleeping Dogs is also an action adventure life simulator. Is that right?
Something like that. You're beating up a bunch of people in fucking like LA or some shit, and you look like a Chinese triad dude.
That's basically this game. Wait, I should say, okay, so the plot of Shenmue that starts off in Shenmue 1. There's the main character, Ryo, and Ryo is the son of this like Japanese martial arts master. So his dad one day gets the stuffing beat out of him by a Chinese kung fu wizard in a fair fight, by the way, and his dad ends up dying of his injuries. So even though it was a fair fight, and even though his dad is clearly a pussy, Ryu decides to take revenge against the Chinese kung fu wizard because he's Chinese and obviously bad. And it just goes from there. Well, of course. And
I mean, it's like the Russians. They're just hardwired to be bad guys, right?
Of course, yeah. If there's a Russian in an American video game, the Russian is a bad guy. Same thing in a Japanese game. If there's a Chinese dude in a Japanese game, the Chinese dude is obviously the bad guy. Moving away from that, because I feel like it's a dangerous topic for us to get onto.
Yes.
There's Kerbal Space Program 2. It's coming out on, it looks like 4/20/2020.
420, dude. That Kerbal ganja stanky.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I never played the first one. I know a lot of people played it and actually really love it. I don't really know anything about this one.
It's
interesting.
Well, actually, Omega was going to talk about this Kerbal because he spent a lot of time playing Kerbal 1 and got real far into that game. So let's take it over to Omega. Omega.
And this weekend sports.
I'm just watching his Twitch stream, imagining that he's talking to me.
Yep, we can imagine him talking later. So for the first time, EA has a winner in a Star Wars game.
You're so witty, Omega.
Fucking no. Right? He's so gonna be pissed that he missed out on this.
Oh, he'll be fine. He will be proud that we're all watching his stream while we podcast. And these three commentators actually look like they're having a great time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Fortnite, so how do you not have a great time? I mean,
this is also a family-oriented broadcast, so they're not drinking, but they're still having a good time.
They're having Pop-Tart bites.
Okay, so why does it have to be family-friendly with no drinking?
You know, that's a good point.
I mean, this is fucking America. How many kids by the time they're age 5 see their fucking parents shit-faced drunk, passed out on the couch?
Yeah.
Not mine.
You don't have any, so... Well, my kids have never seen me passed out drunk on the couch, but they have seen my ex passed out drunk on the couch, which is probably better than passed out in some of the other positions she was in.
Veering away from this topic as well, which I feel may be dangerous for us to talk about.
Yeah, that's probably a bad one.
We're gonna save this for the post show. Can you imagine how the mind will be blown how our listeners' minds will be blown when they figure out where to find the post show, because we do post shows after every podcast.
Yes, we do.
It's gonna be crazy.
Pretty much.
I'll be impressed because I don't even know where the post show is. And
Yeah,
I think I've been in a few of them.
Masami's brand new at this, and she has been in some of the post shows.
She's been in the podcast and she doesn't even know where they are.
It's that
Actually,
secret.
I will. She finally gets to make her YouTube debut today. I finally got the Lost podcast uploaded. I know you guys have been so slacking. I'm really sorry. I could go into detail, but remember the whole conversation we were having earlier about my drunken ex? Yeah. We should probably skip that whole thing.
Basically, Gobi finally sobered up for a day, and he got all the podcasts uploaded, and then he immediately started pounding whiskey again.
Hey,
so you'll
not
be
my
hearing
fault.
This in February, March.
Mr.
Well,
Booze.
I mean, okay, not that you guys want to. This has been going on for 2 years or about 700 days, and I have at least another 6 months. So enjoy, boys and ladies.
Okay,
and all you other gender neutral people out there, in case I forgot any of you.
No, Daisy Ridley said it at the Oscars. There's 2 genders. Suck it, you libtards.
Wow.
Well, okay, I mean, scientifically, there is only 2 genders. However you want to identify.
How many platforms is the podcast on? How many times can we be banned?
1, 2. I don't even know. Fuck it. Let's go for it.
It's okay.
I'm all for shooting for the fence, balls to the walls.
We're from the 4 corners of the country. I feel like we represent a pretty diverse demographic. Except we're all white, so there's that. Wait, I don't know if Masami's white. No, I'm pretty sure Masami's white.
I was about to say, you've never seen me before, have you?
I saw your hand in that picture that you sent of the D&D handbook.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it, though. You could have had a hand transplant.
Oh, I could have wet gloves.
I mean, all right. This can sound horrible. I mean, she is from the Dakotas. I won't mention which one, so we'll just stick with the Dakotas.
It's a mystery. It's either one or the other.
Yeah. So
there's about a 70% chance she's white, a 30% chance she's Indian, and 28%. Sorry, 28% chance she's Indian, and a 2% chance she's something else. Did I get that about right? Is that demographic about right?
I think that 2% is generous.
Probably, but I mean, got to be generous, man.
This Fortnite stream is pretty good. Alright, so thank you, Omega, for telling us all about Kerbal Space Program 2, which is coming out. I don't even know when it's coming out. When's it coming out?
April 2020.
April of 2020. Kerbal Space Program 2.
Pretty much the exact same time as Cyberpunk 2077, so you can pretty much assume that it's going to be a fucking flop.
No,
at least 6 months later.
See, I think that Cyberpunk is going to be like the main game, and then when people need a break from that, they're going to go to Kerbal.
Maybe. I mean, yin and yang, I guess.
Might be my thing, yeah.
I mean, no, you'll end up back in Diablo or fucking Space Engineers or some shit. I mean, just be honest with us, man.
I mean, Leetness will default to
Diablo Immortal. Like, I can't wait to see the hours fucking rack up for Leetness in Diablo Immortal.
We should actually say for Kerbal, for people who haven't played that game, Kerbal is basically you run NASA. So you're creating rockets to shoot satellites into orbit. You can build space stations. You can slingshot rockets to other planets. You can set up interplanetary shipping routes, trading routes, commercial routes, or just like transport routes. So it's.
Can I make a Death Star?
You can totally make a Death Star. I don't know if you can blow up planets, but you can totally make a Death Star. Yes.
It probably won't fly though.
No, you're gonna have to construct it in space. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're not launching the Death Star off the launch pad. That's not happening.
Oh, that would so be totally cool and awesome and broken all at the same time.
It would be. There would be so many rockets. You just basically set the planet on fire as you were going up.
So interestingly enough, Kerbal Space Program 2 has does not have any n-body physics in the new game, but it will have in-body physics.
No in-body physics, but in-body physics. Got it.
Yeah, which basically means Kerbal sex.
Oh! I didn't realize that's what you were talking about. Holy shit. Okay, alright. I'm down with this again. Yeah, I'll play that
Alright
game.
then.
Wait. Now this turned into Kerbal Space Porno 2.
Which is fine. This is another excuse for us to get an account on Pornhub. 0.
Oh yeah, wasn't
Lazy
this supposed
bastard.
to be a thing?
Yes, it was.
It was, and it will be again. I'm
He's-
sure of this.
He's got a fucking pro account, I know.
Okay, but you don't.
So
No,
does he
what, are
use
you
it to
kidding me?
watch?
No, I'm cheap.
So do you use it to watch Ryan Creamer? Because that guy is awesome.
I don't know. I'm ashamed to say that I don't hang out that much on Pornhub.
Oh my god, the dad jokes tonight. The dad jokes.
Yeah. I'm just skipping right over them. I'm just taking it all out of me.
Yeah, you got a bald spot from them clearing your head, man. Speaking of bald spots, I mean, Cuphead.
Jeez.
Oh, I thought you were going to bring up Freligator. Yeah, speaking of bald spots, Freligator. Freligator, our Danish friend.
He is the Dutchman.
He is the Dutchman. Yes, he is. But he just got back from the UK from a Rainbow Six tournament, I believe, where he won some ungodly amount of money. He's like a billionaire now. And he's balding. That's the end of the story.
I didn't know you went for Rainbow Six.
So congratulations to Freligator. Enjoy your winnings. Yeah, that's why he was in Scotland when he sent those pictures.
Oh, okay. I
Uh,
like
he-
his neeps and teddies.
yeah, he started off in England, and I think that's where the tournament was, and then he went up to Scotland before he went home.
It's a good
Okay, I
stop
thought he
to
was
make.
just. I thought he was just on a little holiday.
No. Speaking of which, Leetness, when's your next holiday? A couple weeks, right?
Yeah,
It's good.
Yeah, where are you going on vacation this time?
Italy,
Where were you before this?
China,
It's great.
And before that?
Norway.
Norway or Yosemite?
I
Oh,
was gonna say
Yosemite.
where was fucking Yosemite in there?
Yeah, Yosemite was the one before China, and then Norway was the one before Yosemite. By the way, all of this has taken
Alright.
place in like the past 3 months or something like that. So the important
And
part thing.
Leadness is really the reason why we haven't had a podcast in a month and a half, because he's been on fucking vacation. I swear.
Yeah,
That's really the
well,
reason.
yeah, so they all just sort of synced up, and it turns out that he was away for a couple Sundays. Normally, when he takes vacations, it's during the week, which is why we were able to do, 2 months of successful podcasting. The important part here is that the Leetness is taking a vacation because it's been so long since his last one, and he works so hard in between the vacations that he takes.
And he's also bringing us pasta from Italy direct to our doors.
He also promised to send me a shaved pig from Italy.
Okay,
Oh, see,
I will.
I
Just
at
give me
least
your
want
address.
a pizza.
I'll hand deliver it.
No one
Sure,
gives
but-
Leetness my address.
You know what, Leetness? I
No.
will give you my address because you will get lost anyway, and I'll have to come find your fucking ass.
I'm
He's
probably
not-
the only one who could find Gobi in the depths of Wisconsin.
He's not. Okay, and the only one that is going to get this is Masami. I apologize, but he's not driving to your house, Gobi. He's mailing you a 55-gallon drum of lube.
Hey, if he can get them to deliver a 55-gallon of lube, that's fucking impressive.
Why not?
All right,
It's free shipping.
because-
And it comes with
Sure,
its own
free
pump.
shipping. And the problem is, the weight and getting stuck in the fucking snow. I mean, I do live in the middle of fucking nowhere. You know that saying, I
I'll
live in
make
the
sure
middle of
it's-
nowhere? I
I'll make sure
literally
it's got a
live.
big thing on
an
the
hour.
outside that says anal lube or something.
Hey, whatever. I mean, Dude, let your freak flag fly, man.
Yeah, you tell that to your delivery man, who I'm sure lives in the town with you.
Are you sure it's a delivery man and not a delivery woman?
Would it make a terrible difference? I mean, it's lube, man. It goes wherever.
Well, yeah, I'm straight, so a delivery woman I might not be able to actually use that with.
Well, now let's
Delivery
not jump to
guy,
conclusions here. You haven't had that
might
much
have
whiskey
to-
yet.
Well, again, the whiskey's in the house. I mean, that's debatable. I mean, there's a reason I don't go to the bar.
What if it's a lady boy? And you don't know. You think it's a lady.
This is the worst fucking podcast
You know what?
we've ever done.
I bet their mouth feels the same on my dick.
This is the worst
wow.
fucking podcast we've ever done.
Oh, not the worst. Don't worry.
Okay, I think we cut like 5 minutes ago.
I mean, we
Yeah.
haven't even got to gaming and entertainment, which Leetness keeps like highlighting, like, "Hey guys, let's get back on track here."
Oh no, I'm just it's just me playing with my mouse.
He's playing with his penis.
Wait, we haven't talked about Jedi Fallen Order either, or that Mass
Well,
Effect
I mean-
5 is in very early development.
Yes, Mass Effect 5 is in early development, and we
That's
don't really
what
care
I
about it until it's actually in development and we know more about it. In which case, we'll know more about it when Dunk decides to spill his fucking beans and tell us that he's working on a new project for BioWare.
said.
By the way, most people don't know that our fearless leader, Dunkaroo, is a graphic designer who happened to work on, I believe it was Mass Effect 3, Dragon Age Origins, and Mass Effect Andromeda. The posters, I believe. Maybe?
Yeah,
You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
But yeah, and Star Wars first successful EA game, Fallen Order. Who would have thought a single player, story driven Star Wars game would sell?
Huh.
My God,
Gee,
I
I wonder.
it's like KOTOR all over again. Those
Oh.
completely unpopular games that nobody knows anything about because they're single-player stories.
I
And
loved
they're
the
still
KOTOR
round.
games so much.
Oh my God. I loved it so much, I bought it on fucking mobile.
Oof.
I'm seriously starting to think about playing one of the KOTORs again. Maybe the first KOTOR. Because there's HD graphics pack for it now, isn't there?
Yeah, well, and the second one, I think it's the second one got an update last year, or maybe it was the year before for the first time, but it added controller support to it, which you could do in other ways, but it added official controller support, and I believe they did put out HD packs for both of them.
That'd be pretty sweet. KOTOR
Yes.
is Knights of the Old Republic. For anyone who doesn't know, Knights of the Old Republic was. How do you even describe that? It's a storyteller, story writer, because you're picking your.
It's
own
a game
adventure.
that you just need to go buy and play.
Yeah.
So-
go check it out. It's still decent.
It basically takes place in an older part of the Star Wars universe.
Knights
is
of
an
the
older-
Old Republic.
Yes.
Yes, and it's Old Republic 2 that gets the massive AI enhanced HD texture mod that you were thinking of.
But timeline-wise, it takes place about 1,000 years before Episode 4 or Episode 1 now, whatever you want to go by your timeline.
Yeah, it's in the far past when the Republic was hale and healthy. There were and you didn't have the rule of two for the Sith. There was actually far more Sith and far more Jedi, and Jedi were the
No.
Yeah.
yeah.
Finish
They-
what
they
you
would-
started, human.
I'll finish when I damn well want to, human.
Whoa.
No, that's
When I'm good.
I mean,
fine.
women usually do. I mean, have you ever tried to make a woman come?
no. Her
They only do it
husband.
when they want to.
Her husband just signed up on the Warframe clan, so we're going to be gaming together, and I'm expecting to hear a lot of that.
Oh. We are so gonna have fun. Your husband has no idea what he signed up for, does he?
Well,
Not
I
yet.
have put him on speaker a few times, but I don't think he's got the full breadth of the experience yet.
Yeah, we just call it the full niggle.
The full
niggle, huh?
Jedi Fallen Order
Yes.
also the first
Now,
EA game.
If you have
on
young
Steam.
kids, please just call him the Doc. All right, don't try to have your kids try and say his name. It will end badly.
It's not that. Actually, you know what? The only people who have made that mistake are adults. It's happened twice. Much to my.
Oh, they were both white too, weren't they?
Much to my. I don't know. I think one of them was. Much to my regret, though, I was not recording either time. I really wish that I was. Basically, it ends in everyone collapsing in laughter.
Yes.
Much.
Has nothing to do with shame, people. We just the laughter, the humor. We feed off your humor.
We feed off your bile. We look forward to your angry tweets.
Is there even
Great
an
tweets.
official Twitter? Like, would we even know?
At real DrNiggle.
Yes, I'm at Gobi42 if you really want to find my anonymous account.
So
I do not think that Gunslinger Gaming has a Twitter account. We have a
I-
Facebook account, which, I mean, that's, like, gross, but whatever.
Fuck all if I know. If people want to see pictures of the Leetness driving in a car that he won in a contest, they can go to his Twitter account, which I don't know the name of right now, but I'll look for it.
I'm guessing it's LeetGamer.com, right? Is that it, Leet?
I didn't even know there was a Twitter with me driving.
Where do you think I found my current desktop?
Oh, fuck.
He's just been
You searched my name though.
He's just been fascinated with the round table question, Niggle. He's completely distracted. I mean, I don't know why you put that on there because we have lost Leetness until the round table.
Oh god. That's
There's
gonna be
no
great.
way. There's no way.
So, all these cool Christmas movies are out on Netflix. You guys watch any good ones? Are there any good ones?
There are Christmas movies on Netflix? No, I
Yes.
still haven't watched
Unfortunately.
Frozen 2. I need to watch Frozen 2. I really want to.
I am boycotting Frozen 2 until it comes out on digital.
You're a monster.
I know I am, and fuck them.
Gobi, you just need to let it go.
Just let it go. Hey,
You
Niggle,
get enough whiskey and Gobi,
you
you can
wanna-
get to sing.
build a snowman?
I do. Yeah, I do want to build a snow. I do want to build a snowman. It's true. I do.
It's at GS Gaming is the Gunslinger Gaming Twitter, by the way.
Okay,
Oh,
so
we do have a.
all angry tweets at gsgaming.com. Murphy will love you.
Yeah, try to mention McMurphy.
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
I'm already
He is so
following it.
totally part of this podcast. So part of this podcast.
He's really, and he's gonna. Boy, we're gonna get a stern talking to.
Uh,
We're all right. We haven't said anything about, bashing Nintendo or anything like that, which
No,
but
actually,
they had the worst fucking Black Friday deals ever.
did they? I was gonna say good things about Nintendo because they're trying to get into the Disney World racket. They want to start up their own theme parks, basically. With instead of Mickey Mouse, you're gonna have Mario. Instead of Minnie Mouse, you're gonna have Princess Peach. It's gonna be great, and everybody can go to Mario World and ride the roller coaster and get your picture signed with Bowser and maybe peek up the skirt of Bowsette. Who knows? Who knows what will be there? But I think that's a neat idea. Doesn't everybody want to get with Bowsette? Isn't that a thing?
I have no idea.
I mean,
Probably not. So those of you that don't know, all of the Nintendo Switch bundle Black Friday deals that you saw out there, that was, this really cool price. It was the first generation model bundled with Mario Kart 8, which was the exact same one they put out last year. The Switch then got an update, a hardware update, which improved battery life and some other things too. None of the bundles with the new and updated Switch were available on Black Friday. The only bundles available on Black Friday or Cyber Monday for the Nintendo Switch were of the old stock with the shittier battery life and the original model.
Oh, wow.
So, I'm really sorry if any of you all thought you got a great fucking Black Friday deal with the Nintendo Switch and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm sorry, but you got fucking shafted. I hope you brought the lube because...
That's what the 55-gallon drum's for.
Hi-yo!
right?
No.
Oh,
Hey,
you had
I mean, that might last me a couple of weeks. I mean, you got to reorder it, right?
Well, that's longer than it last niggle.
Oh,
Hey,
that's true.
I mean, it only is going to last me a couple of weeks if I don't have a girlfriend. If I get a girlfriend, well, then you better cut that time in fucking half.
Bitch, you
Yep.
don't need a girlfriend. You just gotta turn your staircase into a slip and slide.
The staircase, no, been there, done that. I'm
I
good.
mean, look, it's a little tricky getting up, but going down is super fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it is right until you run right into the fucking wood stove. I mean, it gets you every fucking time.
Like, that sounds like a you problem that you have a wood stove at the bottom of your staircase, because I just got my front door, so I go straight outside.
So you
Oh,
got
so
a
you're
Home
pulling
Alone
a Home
style
Alone
house.
shit.
Holy shit, you're right, I am.
You really are.
Oh,
Now you know what
Now-
you're going to decorate your house like for next, well, heck, you could do it for this Christmas season. Go out and string up the
For
lights.
fuck's sake, right now, I got 8 to 10 inches of, like, really dense, wet snow out there. I could just go build a billion screaming Macaulay Culkins. Like, up and down the driveway.
do you want to build a snowman?
Yes, and I want it to look like Kevin McAllister freaking out.
You know what finally I have an excuse to watch Die Hard again. Because, yes, Leetness, it is a fucking Christmas movie.
It's the best Christmas movie.
Okay.
I like that okay of resignation.
But we got in... for those of you who don't know, we've been friends for a while now. And last year, around the same time, we got into it. And Leetness is bound to determine that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. He is wrong. It is a Christmas movie.
We got
But-
into it earlier this year. It's going to be on the podcast in the Warframe Dojo.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Was it? Oh,
Hell yes.
Yeah, that was it. That was
no,
it.
that was the last time that it happened.
Yeah, that was the most recent before today that it's happened.
Was the one I was present for, so it's the one that counts.
There you go.
We'll go with that.
Anyway, yeah, so you get to watch Die Hard again. Which
Yeah.
is good. It's a family movie.
Only the first one though, because that's I mean, the second one could maybe be considered a Christmas movie, but the first one is definitely a Christmas movie.
Is the second one around Christmas
It
as
is.
well? Is that why
It
he's
is
going home?
Christmas music. He's on his way back to LA. He's in the airport on Christmas time. He's going home to spend the family with Christmas.
You're
He
right.
has to clear out the fucking airport.
It's a Christmas movie.
I mean, it to me, Die Hard 1 and 2 are Christmas movies. The rest of them, no. But
know what?
yeah, the first two.
What I have to bring up every time somebody talks about Die Hard 2 is that if anyone knows Colm Meaney, he also played Chief O'Brien on Star Trek. Colm Meaney plays an airline pilot in Die Hard 2, and he's, unfortunate spoilers, he's the airline pilot that takes the plane down, but the plane thinks that sea level is like 200 feet below where sea level actually is, so he slams his plane into the runway and everybody dies. That is just typical when you put an Irishman in the pilot seat of a plane. I don't know what they were thinking.
Is that why he usually plays an engineer?
Yeah, exact. Well, that was kind of my other qualm with Star Trek. Not so much Star Trek Next Generation because he was the transporter chief, but in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, he was the engineer of the USS Defiant. And I had to again do a double take. Why would you put an Irishman in the engine room of any ship, unless he's shoveling coal? It's okay for me to say these things because I'm Irish.
That explains so much.
Oh,
Explains
I
my
was-
alcoholism.
I was gonna say, and this sounds so bad, but I was gonna ask, who is the black guy in Die Hard 2?
Samuel L. Jackson.
No, John Amos. John Allen Amos Jr.
I had to look this up.
Yeah, I did. I had to too. Don't feel bad. Because I'm pretty sure in like every Die Hard movie, there's one black guy.
You had 2-2? Just joking.
Chime. Holy shit, you're right.
Yep. And in the third one, it's Samuel L. Jackson. Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Samuel L. Jackson.
And the fourth one, or Live Free, Die Hard, I believe it's the FBI officer. Is
See,
the black guy.
That one, I don't even remember that one.
It's got the Justin Long one and his daughter and
Oh, the Mac guy.
yes.
It's got the Mac guy in it. That's great. And it's got Silent Bob too, who's not so silent.
Yes, he's in it as well. Yep. It's
Kevin
not
Smith.
that great of a movie. Timothy Opit makes an actual really good villain.
Timothy
I was
Oliphant.
shocked at that.
Oliphant.
Oliphant.
He is, yeah, all right. I could gush about Timothy Oliphant all day. He's fantastic.
He was a hitman. Right? He was in one of the Hitman movies, right?
He was also, yeah, he was in the one with Olga. I can't remember.
Yes,
her
the
last
first
name.
one with
Yeah.
the sexy Russian chick.
Yes, and
Love her.
actually, you know what? Not a terrible Hitman movie. Actually, kind of like that one in the same way that I like the first Doom movie with Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Carl Urban.
The first Doom movie was actually, I mean, it wasn't bad.
No,
It wasn't
it was
great,
pretty fun.
but
we talked about
it
Doom
was good.
Annihilation on another podcast. Doom Annihilation, spoilers, terrible, but funny terrible. So still check it out. Straight to DVD.
But I think is it Hitman or is it Hitman Agent 47 that he's in? I think it's just Hitman.
Yeah, Hitman Agent 47 is the most recent Hitman movie, starring the guy who was also in Homeland.
Yeah.
I do not remember his name, but he also actually does a pretty good Hitman.
Yeah, both of the Hitman movies are very good. I do think I like.
I wouldn't go that far.
The second one, I mean, it was good. As far as an action movie goes, like it was a good Hitman movie. Was it a good movie? No.
Yeah.
But it was a good Hitman movie. Like they nailed the character. Like he played the character very well.
Who's that? There was a guest star
or whatever. Claire Van Dies or Van Dies, which stands for Agent 99, I believe it is. She did a really good job too. I did not like the ending of Hitman Agent 47. So fucking lame.
Sorry.
We probably shouldn't spoilers, but I agree with you. That was kind of it was kind of stupid.
Yeah, like come on, really? You're gonna send one guy up to take on the two baddest motherfuckers on Earth?
Yeah, of course. Speaking of stuff in entertainment, games and entertainment, there's a Cuphead show that was announced. If anybody likes playing Cuphead. Cuphead animated TV show.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty well-received platformer, so I mean, it should be the art style was everyone raved about the art style, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, it was great. So it was July this year that Netflix announced the Cuphead show, an animated series based on the game, and it will feature the adventures of Cuphead and Mugman across Inkwell Isle. And it'll be exploring areas and characters beyond those in the video game. And while the series will be targeted for children, Studio MDHR also anticipated that they will include humor and gags for the adult audience. So yeah, it'll be an animated series, but it might be an animated series along the veins of Futurama, where kids can watch it and get a laugh, and adults can watch it and get a laugh for a completely different reason.
Right.
Like a Roger Rabbit?
Yes.
Oh.
Like Who Framed Roger Rabbit as well. I tried watching that again recently. I couldn't make it all the way through.
Ba-boom.
It's like a whole different movie than from when you watched it as a kid.
Yeah.
It's just
I
you
don't-
don't. Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
I
well,
was
the first
fucking
time I
fucking
watched
hot.
it,
Like, I was
no,
just
the first
focused on her.
that was the thing. The first time I watched it, I had no interest in tits, but like now, yeah, totally different.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
that dress. It had nothing to do with her tits. I mean, that. Wow.
They did pour
Just
her into
wow.
that dress. That is true.
I
Welcome
mean,
to the GS podcast. We were just objectifying women.
I-
Before this, Gobi was talking about how Tranny was sucking his dick.
I was about to say it.
Hey, it is not objectifying women if you find beauty in their form.
Yes.
This is true.
I enjoyed
mean,
the red sparkle of the dress. Later on, I appreciated the rest of it.
Right. I mean, the sparkles were great, but the curves were just mwah,
Yep.
amazing.
I should dig up the Jessica Rabbit cosplay I saw on my
Oh,
feed
that's
the other day.
bad idea. Bad idea.
Cosplay
You know,
is
I'm
a very
pretty sure
very
she is the
precarious.
reason I have the obsession with redheads.
Well, there are many
I'm-
reasons for an obsession with redheads. All are dangerous and wonderful all at the same time.
What about
redheads are fucking amazing.
What about
Yes, they are.
Ariel? Ariel from Little Mermaid, though. I think
See,
I saw Little Mermaid before I saw Roger Rabbit.
It's about the same. I mean, just not a fan of Ariel. The singer is just not my thing.
Oh, who cares about singing? She's got like the little clamshells. That's like her whole shirt.
Oh, just
Okay.
clamshells.
Alright, let's
there
ask
it is.
Google. How old is Ariel?
Not
Four-
old enough.
14. All right, we should move on.
Yeah, so we do not condone underage anything.
Yes, and no furry porn either. None of that furry baby shit.
And now I'm
Wow.
distracting Gobi.
Why are there so many
Fuck.
underage Disney princesses? Snow White is 14.
Because they're fucking princesses.
Jasmine is 16. Yeah, but there are so many sexual themes associated with these movies. What's going on here?
Because back in the day, you got married when you were 16 because you had a life expectancy of 32.
Excuse me, I need to find out when Aladdin came out because I'm pretty sure it was like 1991.
It roughly was, and I'm pretty sure Jasmine is like 16.
I think
Aladdin was
Aladdin
1992.
94.
Yeah, Aladdin was 1992. So no, people's life expectancies in
10.
1992 was not 26. Gobi.
You're right. You're correct. But the movie was set in what time period? Oh, I mean, you're right, and it was 32, not 26. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I think we should, we probably should do the round table, but we are over an hour, and podcast is already way over X-rated. I mean, I don't even think
completely off the
Pornhub would
rails.
take us. I'm not even sure Pornhub would sponsor us at this point. Like,
Oh my God, yes
be
they
like-
would.
They absolutely would.
Tell you what, it would be so
Right.
great. All right,
you're positive. You're right.
Leetness.
Disney, on the other hand, be like, whoa.
Oh
Yes.
Jesus Christ! Could you imagine if we were like slinging shit for the mouse? No, he'd not
Oh,
be okay
God.
with us.
The
I mean,
mouse slings
Deadpool would
shit
be
all-
okay. I mean, Deadpool, he would be fine. He'd be right at home. The
What were
rest
those
of them would be like,
motherfuckers talking about on the podcast? Haha! I don't think I gave
That
him permission
guy
to say any of that
killed
bullshit.
motherfucker.
You bring those
I'm
cocksuckers
done.
down to my office, I'm gonna give them a right good reaming. Haha!
There are snakes on this motherfucking plane.
we're
I
on
wanna-
like two different movies right now.
We are. No, I thought Gobi was leading me on. I was gonna do. If I want to hear that kind of language in a podcast, I'd hire Samuel L. Jackson. Haha.
Oh my god.
Yes, and actually one of those quotes is Ryan Reynolds from The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Okay. So
It's a good movie. I mean, it got shit on by the critics. I mean, it's not a great movie, but if you go in and you just watch it for what it is, it's a buddy comedy, a buddy cop comedy to be exact. And you watch it just for that, it's a pretty fucking hilarious movie. And is it Samahalik?
Selma
Hayek.
Yes. Salma Hayek.
Gobi is so cultural that he pronounces the names like
I don't
they
give a
would
shit.
pronounce them in their own culture if their culture were from the other side of the planet.
Man, they call me Mr. Goblin, all right? So I'll fucking they can fucking deal with it, all right? But anyway, she's a badass and she does very good in the movie. And of course Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson across one another, fucking comedy gold. I don't care what anybody says. Fucking hilarious. And I mean, it can't be bad for the ladies either. I mean, I'm not a guy, but neither one of those two guys looks bad to me.
Does
so.
Ryan Reynolds take his shirt off in Hitman's Bodyguard?
Yes, at some point,
Okay.
I'm sure he does.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like Samuel L. Jackson says, "Motherfucker," at least one time.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds has to take his shirt off at least one time per movie.
Yeah, it's required. I mean,
You gotta give the people what they're paying
the
for.
only movie he didn't was Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Well,
It was a flop.
yeah, I was gonna say it was a flop. So I think we've discovered the key to Ryan Reynolds' movie success there.
I don't know,
Gotta
but
take
he
off
did
clothes.
find his wife there. So
On Green Lantern?
yeah,
There is so much I don't know about that man, and I honestly don't care.
his wife played on Gossip Girl for years and
Blake Lively
became.
is hot, just for the
Oh
record.
my fucking god! Like
Post show.
only
Save
reason
for
to watch
post show.
Gossip Girl. Like wow,
There will be
fucking
pictures.
amazing.
There will
But
be
yes.
a slideshow in the post show.
But yeah, the first movie that they collaborated on was Green Lantern, and now they have, is it 3 kids?
Yeah.
Is it?
I think it's
They
3.
just, I know they just had a kid. I don't know if it was
Yeah.
so yeah, 3 kids.
It's like 3 or
Oh, yeah.
4 by this point. They're just going.
And
Pumping.
dude, and she is still banging for a mom of 3. Like,
Mhm.
wow. Mm. Yes.
Getting
Goodness.
I'm opening
So,
up
round table.
No, in a second. Because I'm opening up my copy of the movie Waiting, and I'm trying to find the scene where Ryan Reynolds is just standing in the bathroom talking
Oh,
about.
the Batwing.
Yeah, he's talking about that, but his shirt is rolled all the way up past his nipples, and he's just showing off his six-pack while he's talking about the most vulgar shit in the world. Waiting. It's a good movie.
Oh,
It's a shitty movie, actually. It's a fucking horrible movie, but it's a great movie.
No, it really is a great movie. Like it's so bad that it's good. And the final scene where the dude does the fucking goat on them all in the fucking driveway,
It's pretty
priceless.
great.
Yeah.
It's
So
pretty
spoilers in there, but until you watch the movie, you won't know what the goat is, so it's not really a spoiler.
great. Taking that.
Per
All right.
se.
Leetness, I'm sorry, I'm replacing the picture of you driving the car with this picture of Ryan Reynolds. This is now my desktop.
I thought they were the same thing.
You know what? Yeah.
If anyone here hasn't seen Leetness's six-pack, do yourself a favor and head over to his Twitter account.
And then you realize it's been airbrushed.
Oh no, there's no airbrushing on that shit. You can tell. I've seen a couple shoops in my day, and this hasn't been shooped. I can tell because of the pixels.
Shoot.
I guarantee you, I ever get a 6-pack, I will post a picture. It won't be able to be airbrushed because there's way too much fucking hair.
There's already a picture of you with a six-pack. I posted it in Mod Chat. You know what? I'm gonna post it in the saloon. Post it in the saloon.
Ah. Oh wait, which one?
I
Which one is
remember
this?
that one.
So everyone can tell exactly
was
when
so
we
good.
recorded this.
Oh, that one was so
Wait,
good.
I gotta remember how drunk I was.
Pretty drunk.
And I don't take my shirt off for anybody, so I mean, I must have been pretty drunk.
Oh yeah, I mean you were wasted.
That was a long time, that mod chat one. I remember which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah, see, I don't have a six pack. I just got leather on.
That's a six
There's
pack.
no six pack. Show me, where's the six pack at? I
It's
don't
kinda-
see anything.
It's
There's no
alluded
abs in
to.
there.
It's alluded
It's
to.
alluded to.
There's good shadow in there. You
Oh,
know,
there
no, that was the
six
problem.
pack.
Okay,
I expected
that's-
alcohol.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not good shadow. I take that back. There's soft lighting in this picture. That's why the six pack isn't as accentuated as it should be.
And there's no hair. I mean, guys, I'm built like a beast. I'm like a fucking grizzly bear. All right, where's the hair?
I thought that's why you wanted the lube. It's because you've been shaving.
No, I only shave my balls. All right, I only shave
Cool.
things that women are gonna put their mouth on.
Full body dip.
Jesus.
And we learned something else important about Gobi. He does not like nipple play.
No, nope. Fuck that. Fuck the nipple clamps. Fuck the biting.
Also,
Nope,
should I also
good.
post the screenshot of the Discord conversation
I mean,
where
leather,
you talk about how
lace,
you like anal play?
handcuffs. Hey, man.
And you were complaining about us talking dirty on the podcast, and now
You-
you're contributing.
You act
Yeah,
like
you were-
you've never had a thumb up your ass, Niggle.
I do not. I probably wait. Is that part of the conversation that I screen capped? Because I was talking about that. Look, that's the thing. I
Any
don't.
guy here who says they haven't had a thumb or a finger up their ass is fucking lying.
I agree, and I don't. This is the thing. It's not for me, but I've tried it, and it's like a special occasion thing. It's like, okay, yeah, today is Flag Day, so you can blindfold me and tie me up and put your thumb up my ass while your mom watches on Skype, but I don't want to make it a regular thing.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's no judgment here.
No,
So,
no, we
so
don't-
clearly
we don't
they're the
judge.
ones with the webcam, since apparently you don't have one.
That's true,
No,
yes.
I don't have one because my internet bandwidth isn't enough to hold a video feed. I mean, I'm still in the Stone Ages. I still have to go buy my porno on a DVD.
Oh.
Like, I can't even stream that shit. And you know how many video stores we got around us? Oh wait, there are none.
Sounds like a great place you live.
Oh, it's
What?
it's fucking amazing, dude. If you like peace and quiet and
do.
corn-fed women.
I don't know about the last one, but I know about the other ones. I like peace and
Oh, come on, Linus. You need something to put your hands on.
I just don't know about
More
it. That's
cushion for the pushing.
all. Corn-fed. I
Hey,
like grass-fed beef.
big women need love too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I ain't saying I'm giving it to them, but I'm just saying big women need love too.
I'm just staring at Ryan
They're
Reynolds.
people.
Well, yes, we figured you were lost. The eyes
mean-
of greatness.
Moss put this picture up that's I don't know how you can be staring at Ryan Reynolds when there's this hourglass of
Have you
red
seen
on
him?
the screen. Like,
Mhm.
where does that
I
slit
mean-
go, and why can't I fit my hand in there? Because
Have you,
That's-
have you
it's-
seen what he
it's
looks
fine.
like in real life?
What, Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. No, I'm saying Gobi says, "How can you be looking at him?" And I'm like, "How have you seen what he looks like?"
Oh yeah. No, see that. Yeah. No, I was trying to compare Leetness to Chris Hemsworth. Who played Thor? That was Chris, right?
Yes,
Chris
that was
Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, I was trying to compare Leetness to Chris Hemsworth a while back, and he was just like, "No, I'm not that cut." And so I posted the shots of Chris Hemsworth in real life, and the dude is totally photoshopped all the time when he's in the Marvel movies. You should see what a fucking tub that man is in real life. God, he's basically Jabba the Hutt from Australia. No, Ryan Reynolds. No, Ryan Reynolds is a good-looking man in real life too. I would put my big toe in that.
okay, so What was the babysitting movie that had Thor in it from back in the day? Niggle, this one's you. I know this. Adventures in Babysitting, 1987.
Adventures in
God.
Babysitting? Really?
I remember.
Yes.
That was before.
Book club.
I don't know
think
if
you
I've made it
almost
up to
got-
then yet.
I think
Oh,
you
God.
got 1 second to respond to that one, Nicole.
No, that's fine. He's moving it along. Movie's got to move, right?
Which
Yeah,
one
no,
was it? It was this one.
Well, I couldn't think of the name of it, but the problem I was having is who played fucking Thor
Thor?
in the movie. So Adventures of Babysitting, this babysitter is babysitting these two kids, and they go on this adventure into the city, and they run into this guy, and they think he's Thor, the god of thunder. And yeah, it's pretty fucking hilarious.
Kevin Lund?
It's not a good movie, but it is hilarious.
I think it was Kevin Lund. He's just credited as huge guy.
Sounds like Thor.
Yeah, I mean, you only saw him like in one episode or one little like frame or whatever, and he was, I want to say, a mechanic, or he drove a red Jeep.
Well then.
There we go. Good story. Movie time with Gobi. Da, 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 da.
Ah, yes, I remember random things about random ass movies when I was a kid.
Oh, who's booked their
But hey,
tickets to go
apparently
see,
smoking pot kills brain cells.
Bullshit. Who's booked their cookies?
Oh God!
I am gonna go get some more cookies.
Oh shit! Speaking of that, before you go, we gotta unfortunately wrap this up. So, I want to thank you all for joining, and I want to thank you all for listening. Hopefully, you guys had a good time and enjoyed this half as much as we did.
Yeah. Now it was post show. We're doing post show.
Yeah. Well,
This
we'll
is
see
where
y'all
I
for
start
the
drinking
post-show, right?
heavily.
All right, y'all. Catch you later. Peace out.
Ladies.
Bye. Penis.
Bye.